because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He wants to pass it on second down. Makes the catch on the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. So the Texas Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Makes the catch. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try to get it through the air. He makes the connection. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got room at the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The Gators moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Quarterback checking off. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. 1 running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Going to try to get it himself. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going over the top. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it wait.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas, 21, Florida, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
That makes the score Texas 28, Florida 0.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Defense might bring the house here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They go right back to him. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Got it in the middle. It's Wiggins. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half, they can create some momentum on theirs.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you've got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fair catch, called for and made. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese,
and the defense gets to the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just a short pass to the tight end. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime to get ready for the second half.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's open on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
To the air on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Texas offense.
Timeout, Texas.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll open the second half on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're
open runway ahead. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Past the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Using the quick game. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Man, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Garrett. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Gators send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Ball's at the 47, they're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've controlled the football on this drive. The 8th play will be a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback will audible. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real.
Racing down the left side. the 30, the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. The sure hands, it's Cobb. And he was loose and in the open field and on. Tremendous pickup on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
The give from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.